Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared. Here's my boy Carl. And today we are going to be talking about Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Trial by Spider by Cody Ziglar. And I'm the worst at pronouncing every name that has a lot of letters in it. What's this artist's name? Federico Vitnitz. Vicinti. I was probably butchering that, and if I am, I apologize. So someone had told me not too long ago, hey, you got to check out the Miles Morales Spider-Man by Cody Ziglar. It's great. And because I was telling them that I was playing the Miles Morales game, and I was loving it, they told me to check this out. And by the time I went to go check it out, I found out online that they were canceling the book at 42. And I was like, well, that's stupid. I don't, because I would have just jumped in and just went from where I was at. But I found out it was getting canceled, and I was like, or coming to an end or whatever. And I was like, well, that sucks. And I kind of just moved on with my life for a little while. And then I went to my local library and I saw that they had this and volume 2. Carl's can't seem to get comfortable anytime I'm doing a review. And so I saw that they had volume 1 and 2 at the local library. And so I was like, you know what? Let me give these a try. And I ended up loving this book a lot. And so I read this one and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy the whole series. And so I went on In Stock Trades and got 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And then because In Stock Trades didn't have 2 and 6, so I ordered 2 and 6 from Amazon. And so now I have 1 through 7 in its entirety. And I've only read 1 and 2, but I got a lot of other books going on. And once I'm kind of finished with those books, I'm going to jump into the rest of this series. Because, yeah, I dig it a lot. And so I haven't, so for, full transparency, I haven't read Miles Morales comics since, like, before Miles even went to the 616. I was always reading his stuff in the Ultimate stuff with Bendis, and I kind of felt, Carl, come on, dude, lay down. Thank you. So I had always kind of felt that Bendis hadn't quite given Miles much character. I think there's people online call him Peter Darker, which is funny, but he, I felt like Miles got a lot of character once he got that movie. And in the Spider-Man game, the Miles Morales game, is fantastic. But this book, this Trial by Spider, really has that same kind of energy as the first movie did, but in its own vibe. It's not a Spider-Verse story, but it is a very Spider-Man story in the sense that, like, Miles's personal life is affecting his superhero life, and they actually intermingle with one and each other. Basically, this new villain that was created in this story arc, the Rabble, she hates Miles Morales, and she hates Miles for winning the lottery to go to this fancy school, much like in the movie. And she hates Miles, and so she started, like, spying on him in every way and found out that he's a Spider-Man. And so she pretty much tortures not just him in his personal life, but all the people around him. And it's like, and she's trying to kill him while he's trying to save her from, like, mental breakdowns. And it's just solid. It is a solid book. It's extremely well written. I had never even heard of Cody Ziglar, other than, like, I saw him in the back page of The Amazing Spider-Man, and the only really, because I would read all the editor stuff at the back, and he would be like, you know, they'd interview someone in the spider office, and I was just like, okay, yeah, it's a guy with purple hair. You know, he looked like a funny guy, but I wasn't reading Miles and hadn't read Miles in a long time. But yeah, playing the game made me go, you know, I really like this character. You know, the movie was great, the game's great. They got to be pulling this stuff from somewhere, and even though, yeah, they didn't pull from Cody Ziglar, Cody Ziglar's run on Miles really got me into the character. Like I always appreciated Miles, but this book specifically, this Trial by Spider, made me go, yeah, I love this character. Miles is great. And so, if I would actually recommend, essentially, like if someone was trying to get into Miles, I wouldn't ask them to start in Bendis or, because I haven't read it, Saladin Ahmed. I'm going to read it at one point, but I would just say start here. Start at Trial by Spider. Because if you've seen the movie, you know who he is. And I really liked some of the elements of the differences between Miles and Peter in like both Miles' parents know he's Spider-Man and actually kind of encourage him to be a hero versus like where Peter, his family doesn't know and he's always trying to hide it. It's like they totally flipped. And I really enjoy that. I think that's a cool idea for Spider-Man. So that's my thoughts. I'm going to read the rest of the series here real soon. I just got to finish a couple of books that I'm reading. I can't start another one, basically, you know. I want to get through the series, but I'm like, I got to get through the books that I'm already reading. So until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.